Good morning, my dear students. Our today's topic is investment multiplier. The concept of investment multiplier is an important contribution of Professor J.M. Keynes. He believed that an initial increment in investment increases the final income by many times. Multiplier expresses the relationship between initial increment in investment and the resulting increase in aggregate income. It is a measure of change in national income as a result of change in investment. In practice, it is observed that when investment is increased by a certain amount, then the change in income is not restricted to the extent of the initial investment, but it changes several times the change in investment. In other words, change in income is a multiple of the change in investment. Multiplier explains how many times the income increases as a result of increase in the investment. Multiplier K is the ratio of increase in national income due to an increase in investment. So K is equal to delta Y by delta I. Suppose an additional investment of rupees 4,000 crores in an economy generates an additional income of rupees 16,000 crores. The value of multiplier here is K is equal to 16,000 by 4,000 is equal to 4. It means income increased 4 times with a single increase in investment. Multiplier and MBC. There exists a direct relationship between MBC and the value of multiplier. Higher the MBC, more will be the value of multiplier, and vice versa. The concept of multiplier is based on the fact that one person's expenditure is another person's income. When investment is increased, it also increases the income of the people. People spend a part of this increased income on consumption. However, the amount of increased income spent on consumption depends on the value of MBC. In case of higher MBC, people will spend a large proportion of their increased income on consumption. In such case, value of multiplier will be more. In case of low MBC, people will spend lesser proportion of their increased income on consumption. In such case, the value of multiplier will be comparatively less. Thus, the value of multiplier depends upon the MBC. The multiplier K is equal to delta Y by delta I, or it is 1 by 1 minus MBC, or 1 by MBS. Multiplier is directly related to MBC and inversely related to MBS. The maximum value of multiplier is infinity when the value of MBC is 1. MBC is equal to 1 indicates that the economy decides to consume the whole of its additional income. Here, not even a bit of additional income is saved. It will lead to continuous increase in the consumption expenditure and value of multiplier will be infinity. The minimum value of multiplier is 1 when the value of MBC is 0. MBC is equal to 0 indicates that the economy decides to save the whole of its additional income and nothing is spent on consumption expenditure. So, there will be no further increase in income. As a result, total increase in income will be equal to increase in investment. That is, delta Y is equal to delta I. Here the value of multiplier is equal to 1. Graphical representation of investment multiplier. Here in the figure, income is taken on the x-axis and aggregate demand on the y-axis. Suppose the initial equilibrium is determined at point E, where AD curve intersect AS curve, aggregate demand curve intersect aggregate supply curve. The equilibrium level of income is OY. Now suppose that the investment increases by delta I, show that the new aggregate demand curve AD dash intersect aggregate supply curve AS at point E dash. Thus, the new equilibrium level of income is OY dash. The income rises from OY to OY dash. Income rises from OY to OY dash in response to initial increase in investment. The value of multiplier is given by K is equal to delta Y by delta I. Multiplier works in the forward direction as well as in the backward direction. If the investment decreases, the multiplier operates in the backward direction. A reduction in the investment leads to contraction in the income and consumption. It will lead to cumulative decline in the income and consumption level till the total contraction in income is the product of the value of multiplier and the initial decrease in investment. Thank you.